Hello to all you folks in John Knox. I'm Ron Clement. I know a lot of you, and a lot of you know me. And I guess it was about 7 months ago that I played guitar and sang for you, and I'm going to do that again. And most of these are new tunes since then, but because of the COVID-19 virus, I've had lots of time to practice. And besides, I played them all for my wife last night, and she told me the two to omit. So they sounded good to me, but not to her. So, okay, we'll start out with a Duke Ellington piece called Don't Get Around Much Anymore. Missed the Saturday dance, heard the crowd at the floor, couldn't bear it without you, don't get around much anymore. Thought I'd visit the club, got as far as the door, couldn't bear it without you, don't get around much anymore. Darling, I guess my mind's more at ease, but nevertheless I'll stir up memories, been invited on dates, might have gone but what for, awfully different without you, don't get around much anymore. Darling, I guess my mind's more at ease, but nevertheless I stir up memories, been invited on dates, might have gone but what for, awfully different without you, don't get around much anymore. One of my favorite tunes by one of my favorite band leaders. Okay, now the next one, a lot of history on this for me. It's called Big Iron, and it was by Marty Robbins, bless his heart, loved his music. This is late 50s, and I started singing it all over the house when I was a teenager, and then I went to General Motors Institute and joined a fraternity. It was an engineering school, and my brother Jim was there. He was a year ahead of me. We both played basketball. So here's what happened. I got to the house as a freshman, and they knew I played basketball, and they said, you know, we've been calling your brother Gunner. How about if we call him Big Gun, and we'll call you Little Gun? And I said, no. I said, I need you to call me Big Iron. And they did. Okay, so anyway, and of course the Big Iron is a pistol that the guy's wearing and shooting with. So here we go with Big Iron. Get them fingers in the right spot. To the town of Alafria rode a stranger one fine day. Hardly spoke to folks around him, didn't have too much to say. No one dared to ask his business, no one dared to make a slip. A stranger there among them had a big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip. Now in this town there lived an outlaw by the name of Texas Red. Many men had tried to take him, and that many men were dead. He was vicious and a killer, though a youth of 24, and the notches on his pistol numbered 1 in 19 more. 1 in 19 more. Now the stranger started talking, made it plain to folks around. Was an Arizona Ranger, wouldn't be too long in town. He came matter. He was after Texas Red. After Texas Red. Wasn't long before the story was relayed to Texas Red. But the outlaw didn't worry. Men that tried before were dead. Texas Red and Clement, 20 men had made a slip. 21 would be the ranger with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip. There were 20 feet between them when they stopped to make their play. And the swiftness of the ranger is still talked about today. Texas Red did not slap leather for a bullet fairly ripped. And the ranger's aim was deadly with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip. Big iron, big iron. The ranger's aim was deadly with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip. Just a little trouble on that one. Let's see, I've only played it 1,500 times. Anyway, let's move on. Okay, now here's what I played last time. And I'm playing it not only because I really like it. It's Kansas City by Wilbert Harrison. I sent the recording of this last session to my son's house. He has 5 children, okay? So our daughter-in-law and the 5 kids watched my program. And she called me the next day and she said, the kids all enjoyed your music. And there was a long pause and she said, Parker, he's the 8-year-old, Parker liked Kansas City. And I said, nobody else said anything about, no. So anyway, I may or may not send it to them this time, we'll see. Anyway, they're good kids. So here's Kansas City. I'm going to Kansas City, Kansas City, here I come. I'm going to Kansas City, Kansas City, here I come. They got some crazy little women there, and I'm gonna get me one. I'm gonna be there on the corner, 12th Street and Vine. I'm gonna be there on the corner, 12th Street and Vine. Oh, with my Kansas City baby and my bottle of Kansas City wine. Well, I might take a train, I might take a plane, but if I have to walk, I'm going to the same. I'm going to Kansas City, Kansas City, here I come. They got some crazy little women there, and I'm gonna get me one. Well, if I stay with that woman, I know I'm gonna die. Gotta find a brand new baby, and that's the reason why I'm going to Kansas City, Kansas City, here I come. They got some crazy little women there, and I'm gonna get me one. They got some crazy little women there, I'm gonna get me one. Kansas City. Okay. What's next? Oh, another Duke Ellington. And this is one I started playing 12 years ago. I was working with a young fellow in Joplin, Missouri, good instructor. He's about 24 years old. And he had me play the beginning of this, just the first 4 measures, to see if I could handle it. It was a piece it was solo guitar, no singing, by Chet Atkins, who's one of the greatest guitarists of all time, okay? So I said I'd give it a try. And I succeeded. I played every note accurately, even if slowly. And he was going to take the music back, and I said, let me work on that for a while. And I've been working on it ever since. I switched a couple of years ago to kind of playing accompaniment guitar so I could sing it. And that's where I'm at today. And I hope you enjoy it. I've always liked it. So here we go. You ain't been blue. No, no, no. You ain't been blue till you've had that mood, indigo, that feeling. Go stealing down to my shoe. My eyes sit inside. Go long blues. Always get that mood, indigo, since my baby said goodbye. In the evening when the lights are low, I'm so lonesome I couldn't die. 'Cause there's nobody who cares about me. I'm just a soul who's a bluer than blue can be. When I get that mood, indigo, I could lay me down and die. You ain't been blue. No, no, no. Been blue till you've had your mood, indigo, that feeling. Go stealing down to my shoe. While I sit inside. Go long blues. Mood, indigo. Let's see here. All right, now here's another one that for me goes way back, I guess. It's called Mr. Bojangles. It was written by Jerry Jeff Walker and published in 1968. And I have to explain something. Way back in dancing and acting was a fellow named Bill Robinson. He was born in 1878, died in 1949. He called himself Bojangles. Terrific dancer. He was in movies and all kinds of things. Neat looking guy. And anyway, he was gone in 1949. Along comes Jerry Jeff Walker, and he ends up in the 60s in a jail cell in New Orleans. I think maybe he had too much to drink. And he's in that cell with a guy who called himself Mr. Bojangles. So the fellow could tell stories, and he loved to dance, and he was really a homeless person, okay? And he wasn't the only one in the country, not necessarily all homeless, but there were several people around the country who called themselves Mr. Bojangles, and of course none of them made the same kind of success that Bill Robinson did. But anyway, this is Jerry Jeff Walker's song about the guy that he met in the probably the drunk tank in New Orleans, and it's quite a song. Okay, here we go. I knew a man, Bojangles, and he danced for you in a worn-out shoe. Silver hair and ragged shirt and baggy pants. The old soft shoe. He jumped so high jumped so high. Then he lightly touched down, said his name, Bojangles, and he danced a lick across the sill, grabbed his pants and he spread his stance. Oh, he jumped so high. Then he clicked his heels, he let go and laughed, let go and laugh. Shook back his clothes all around. Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, dance. He said I dance now every chance in a honky-tonk, or drinks and tips, but most of my time I spend behind these county bars, 'cause I drink just a bit. He shook his head, and as he shook his head, someone ask him, please, please, Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, damn. Mr. Bojangles. And I believe Jerry Jeff Walker, I think he died last year. Natural causes. Neat guy. Country western singer. Here's an old one going way back. I don't know, maybe 40s. My Blue Heaven. Let's see, capo on one. And let's see here. When whippoorwills call and evening is nigh, I hurry to my blue heaven. I'll turn to the right, a little white light will lead you to my blue heaven. See a smiling face, a fireplace, a cozy room, a little nest, that's a nest where the roses bloom. Just Molly and me, and baby makes three. We're happy in my blue heaven. A smiling face, a fireplace, a cozy room, a little nest, well, that's a nest where the roses bloom. Just Molly and me, and baby makes three. We're happy in my blue heaven. Can't remember who sang it. Huh. You don't know, do you? Okay, here's another one with a little bit of history. It's called Route 66. And it was very popular back in the 50s, probably 60s. And it was written by Bobby Troup, I think also a country singer, in 1946. And he wrote this as he traveled from Chicago down to St. Louis, down to Joplin, and across to Los Angeles on Route 66. And he tells you all about the travels in the song. Let's see, we got to keep on tune. Kind of a fun tune. Okay? If you ever plan to motor west, travel my way, take the highway, that's the best. Get your kicks on Route 66. It winds from Chicago to LA, more than 2,000 miles all the way. Get your kicks on Route 66. Now you go through St. Louis, Joplin, Missouri, and Oklahoma City is mighty pretty. You'll see Amarillo, Gallup, New Mexico, Flagstaff, Arizona, don't forget Winona, Clement, Barstow, San Bernardino. Don't you get hip to this timely tip when you make that California trip. Get your kicks on Route 66. Now you go through St. Louis, Joplin, Missouri, and Oklahoma City is mighty pretty. You see Amarillo, Gallup, New Mexico, Flagstaff, Arizona, don't forget Winona, Clement, Barstow, San Bernardino. Won't you get hip to this timely tip when you make that California trip? Get your kicks on Route 66. Get your kicks on Route 66. That's it. Route 66. And some of you may have driven that highway. Of course, it's been, bypassed by the freeways now. But my wife and I lived in Arizona for a while, so we knew Flagstaff. Let's see. We'd been to New Mexico, so we knew Gallup. Gosh, St. Louis, our daughter lives there. Joplin, we live 30 miles from there. But it was quite a road, and of course you had to go through all the towns. So you wouldn't want to do it now, but back then it was really something. Okay, let's see here. How's our time? Okay, we're going to go to When Irish Eyes. When Irish eyes are smiling, there's a tear in your eye, and I'm wondering why, for it never should be there at all. With the power in your smile, sure from you rely, and never a teardrop should fall. When your sweet lilting laughter's like some fairy song, and your eyes twinkle bright as can be. You should laugh, you should laugh. Oh, where am I? Sorry, you should laugh all the while, and at other times smile, and now smile, a smile for me. when Irish eyes are smiling, sure it's like a morning spring in the lip of Irish laughter. You can hear the angels sing when Irish hearts are happy. All the world seems bright and gay, and when Irish eyes are smiling, sure they steal your heart away. Okay? All set. Thanks, folks.